Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy, my channel is Finding Value, and today I want to cover consolidation pullback type periods. So I know a lot of people, they think that things are just going to go straight up. I may say something on the lines of this is a good value, but values don't necessarily just move and go higher and straight higher at that. They still go in patterns. The patterns are guided by humans interacting with each other, and then the herd, they call it herd mentality, is what creates patterns, which is herds of humans interacting with each other. Basically, it develops patterns. Those patterns are what we are looking for. So what you want to do is you want to have this grand alignment that occurs where the stars align and everything is a go, and that's when the stock or cryptocurrency or whatever it is aligns and takes off. But the herd has to be in alignment and the market conditions have to be. So usually the way that it plays out is market conditions, valuations, and then the alignment. These alignments all happen. Conditions line up with valuations, and then the herd has to then see what you see at some point. When you buy things that are down and they're very low, you're seeing it before they see it. And that's the problem that most people have, is that you have to know that you're seeing something before someone else. The herd's not going to see it. They're going to react to things. They're going to be tactical. What we are being is we're strategic. Strategic means that we are trying to identify patterns. We're trying to identify value. We're trying to identify market conditions before other people identify it. What we do is we come to the party first. We're chilling at this party. We've got maybe, I don't know, people do like shots at the beginning of parties. We're kicking it back. We're getting the buzz on. And everyone's going, well, no one's here. But when the party shows up, well, we're already in party mode. The shots are down. We didn't pay anything. It was fully stocked when we showed up, and we got our drinks in, and the party just showed up. The party brings with it a bunch of money, and they're the ones at the bar spending all the money. We didn't spend anything. We had a couple of free drinks to entice us to get there early. We took advantage. We got the parking spot we wanted. We got the cheaper payment. We walked in. We had all the time, and when everyone else showed up and there's no parking spots, they're paying for parking. They're paying for all their drinks at the bar. Guess what? We got the deal, and maybe we're the ones that own the bar, right? So what we're doing, and I went in that big analogy there, we're identifying things before everyone else. And some people, what I'm trying to do here is to say that there are consolidation periods and pullbacks within the bigger uptrends. And we're seeing that in some of these sectors. I still think, and maybe I'm wrong, I'm going to show you what the analysis is, that we are still in a pullback mode for Bitcoin and Ethereum, even though everyone is getting excited. We are going to run into more sellers as we go up. I'm going to show you the patterns. And again, I may not be 100% right on this. I'm just showing you patterns that repeat over time and what could potentially happen. Doesn't mean it will happen. I don't have any skin in this game right here, outside of maybe some investments that relate to Coinbase. Because I see a pattern, I take the pattern, I make some money, and I'll put it into a free ride. But Bitcoin and Ethereum may still have some further consolidation pullback left in it. And I'll show you the patterns that I'm looking at. And this can be applied to anything. Commodities, regular stock market, it's all the same. Anything that's being traded is going to fall under herd mentality and going to create similar patterns. They may not all be exactly the same, but the way it scribes it out, it can be drawn out, it can be scrunched up, the patterns. Now, this is Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'll jump in here. But what I'm seeing here is if you look how this thing scribes down and comes back up, I am proposing that we are doing this move coming back up here. I think we're going to come up, we're going to scribe sideways, and then come back down and still do this pattern is what's scribing out. I don't think it's just going to go straight higher. That's my opinion when looking at a bunch of different charts. I think it still has time to scribe out and consolidate for a while. This pattern here, where it comes down and then comes up, is the same spot that we're in right here. It's going to have to come down and consolidate longer and basically put in a big pattern to launch from. That's what this big old pattern is that it launched from. It breaks out, pulls back, and then goes from this pattern. And you know what? I'll show you the pattern that I'm describing. And you have to create these patterns here. This pattern. And what I'm saying is that we are right. We're right there at the tip of this guy. We're right here, is what I'm saying. This is coming up, and we're going to probably put in a top here. And again, I could be wrong, but I think we're coming down. We're coming, and then we're going to do this sideways. We're going to create a pattern, a consolidation pattern. We break it, and then it launches. And then I think we're going to do another consolidation pattern, however big it's going to be and however far down it goes. Ethereum is doing the same thing that it did before. You can see this come down, pull up, and kind of consolidate here. This did the same thing here. And then it shot higher. This shot higher, and I bet you we're going to see this kind of consolidate down like this. And what you see is it basically creates like a basing pattern, which is like right, come on, go down, right in there. And that's a consolidation mode right here. Now, if you guys are on the channel and you're watching some of my stuff, Uranium's doing this on a very long-term scale. It's just way larger than this and a lot more drawn out. It took many, many years. They went all the way down here and they just pulled up and they're doing this sideways motion. We're in the uranium phase, to let you guys know, in the uranium phase, we're over here. We're just about to do this big move higher. But we broke out, and some of them are right below. Some of them are right here. Others are right above it. That's where we're at in uranium on a very big, long-term, drawn-out scale. So what I'm trying to get across is we can get the valuations right. And so, some of these patterns, they're just drawn way out. Some are scrunched way up. Cryptocurrencies are doing it at incredibly fast paces. It's like they're on hyper mode. Everything we see with crypto is on fast forward by like 20x. It's just so it may even be more than that. It's probably about 20x. Because every year that it takes for something else a year, they're doing it 20 times as fast. So crypto, if you're a trading type person, and I will help everyone on this channel, I will continually chart Ethereum, Bitcoin, and if we want to ride this higher, if you want me to chart this stuff out, I'll do that, and I'm going to do that. I'll continue to monitor this stuff, and when I see the chart patterns align, we'll take a go at it. But right now, I think if you look at this, and you look at this move up right here, I'll put an arrow right here. I think this right here is, oh man, is this guy right here. Right there. This move coming up is, I think, this move coming up, and I think we're going to have to go through this consolidation period after. So I still think it has time to consolidate. And every single market does this, all of them. Commodities, whatever. We are going through consolidation patterns right now in uranium, in oil, in copper. Some of them are starting to look like they're starting to come up. And copper is looking a little bit better. I'd like to see the buyer step in and really start to push it. The solar area, TAN ETF, looks very good. Like that wants to jump higher at any second. and put in I think it's probably going to be a fifth wave if it's an Elliott wave. And I'm trying to learn this stuff kind of as my channel progresses, the Elliott wave theory, and identifying similar patterns throughout time. Because if we can identify the patterns repeating, then we get a leg up on everyone else identifying the pattern. We can kind of jump to that party first, get our buzz on before everyone else comes in and the alcohol's all gone. So, keep your buzz on. Give me a thumb up if you like this content. And thanks for listening. This is Finding Value.